हम सफर एक जरा इंतजार, सुन सदाएं दे रही है मंजिल प्यार की। ऐ मेरे हम सफर एक जरा इंतजार, सुन सदाएं दे रही है मंजिल प्यार की। है जुदाई का मौसम, दो पल का मेहमान, कैसे ना जाएगा अंधेरा, क्यों ना थमेगा तूफान।
अब है जुदाई का मौसम, दो पल का मेहमान, कैसे ना जाएगा अंधेरा, क्यों ना थमेगा तूफान। कैसे ना मिलेगी मंजिल प्यार की।
ऐ मेरे हम सफर एक जरा इंतजार, सुन सदाएं दे रही है मंजिल प्यार की। सपनों की रानी कब आएगी तू, आई रुत मस्तानी कब आएगी तू, बीती जाए जिंदगानी कब आएगी तू, चलिया तू चलिया। मेरे सपनों की रानी कब आएगी तू, आई रुत मस्तानी कब आएगी तू, बीती जाए जिंदगानी कब आएगी तू, चलिया तू चलिया। प्यार की कलियां, बाहों की कलियां, सब रंग रलियां पूछ रही है गीत बन के किस दिन आएगी तू। मेरे सपनों की रानी कब आएगी तू, आई रुत मस्तानी कब आएगी तू, बीती जाए जिंदगानी कब
Hi everyone.
आएगी तू।
Thank you so much for joining us, for coming today. It's a special celebration and we're all truly blessed to be here together. It's Auntie and Uncle's 50th wedding anniversary and also Raghavi's high school graduation. A special double celebration today. And so let's get started with the program. Auntie and Uncle, please come up to the dais here. All right. So we got the wedding music playing. son-in-law, right? The
Sons-in-law.
beautiful couple is here.
गोरी गोरी ये कलाई तेरी छूलूं जरा तेरी चूड़ियों से धुन कोई छेड़ूं जरा
जिस पल तूने छुआ मुझे जरा जरा मुझे हया भी आई देखो आया मजा जरा
Okay, we have a performance now by Shubha and Guhan, and we all know it's going to be very special.
Desi girl, my desi girl. Desi girl, my desi
झुमका गिरा दे जो मिला ले अगर वो नजर से नजर मिटा दे नच के दिखा desi girl. Ain't nobody
Woo! That was amazing. Truly a Desi girl could have done that. Great job, Shubha. Thank you so much, Shubha, Guhan, Rahul, and Maya. That was amazing. You set the stage for more celebrations and fun. Come on, Akka. So here I am with my sister, my older sister. I'm stressing the word older because she doesn't look a day older than me. So we are two daughters to our parents, Dr. C. Veerabhadra Rao and Mrs. Venkat Ratna Kumari. We are blessed to have them as our parents. I don't think we could have asked for anything more in our lives. And they are the reason we are here where we are with all of you, amongst your esteemed presence, and being able to celebrate their Golden Jubilee anniversary, along with Raghavi's graduation. We would like to play a small slideshow of my parents' journey, of our parents' journey, from their marriage and a few years before that. Please enjoy the show. Thank you. Come on, kiddos, let's get started.
బంటూ గానికి 22 బస్తిల మస్తు కట్అవుట్ బచ్చా గాన్ల బ్యాచ్ ఉండేది వచ్చినమంటే సుట్టు కిక్కే సాలక ఓ నైటు ఎక్కి డొక్కు బుల్లెట్ సందుల మందు కోసం ఎతుకుతాంటే రూటు సిల్కు షీరగట్టుకోని చెడు వీరు మెరిసినట్టు బొట్లం గట్టిన బిర్యానీకి బొట్టు బిల్ల పెట్టినట్టు బంగ్లా మీద నిలుసోనుందిరో ఓ సందమామ సుక్కదాగక చక్కరొచ్చెరో శ్రీమందమ్మావ చింక లెక్క దుంకుతుంటెరో ఆ సందమావ చుంకి జారి సిక్కుకుందిరో నా దిల్లుకు మావ రాములో రాములా నన్నాగం చేసిందిరో రాములో రాములా నా పానం తీసిందిరో రాములో రాములా నన్నాగం చేసిందిరో రాములో రాములా నా పానం తీసిందిరో
సందా మామా సందా మామా దిగి వచ్చి దీవించు సందా మామా సందా మామా నోమీన మల్లలో నోమన్నలలో సందా మామా సందా మామా రోజే వరింటిలోన పూచే పున్నాల మంది సందా మామా సందా మామా
కళ్యాణ వైభోగమే శ్రీ సీతారాముల కళ్యాణమే మన మాంగళ్య ధారణ శుభలగ్నమే
కళ్యాణ వైభోగమే శ్రీ సీతారాముల కళ్యాణమే మన మాంగళ్య ధారణ శుభలగ్నమే
We'll take a minute to just cut the cake, enjoy their. They love traveling, so that is what it is. All their treasures are packed into their suitcases.
సందా మామా గగనాల రథమెక్కి దిగి వచ్చి దీవించు సందా మామా సందా మామా నోమీన మల్లలో నోమన్నలలో సందా మామా సందా మామా రోజే వరింటిలోన పూచే పున్నాల మంది సందా మామా సందా మామా
కళ్యాణ వైభోగమే శ్రీ సీతారాముల కళ్యాణమే మన మాంగళ్య ధారణ శుభలగ్నమే
కళ్యాణ వైభోగమే శ్రీ సీతారాముల కళ్యాణమే మన మాంగళ్య ధారణ శుభలగ్నమే కళ్యాణ వైభోగమే
Congratulations and celebrations when I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Congratulations and jubilations. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be. Who would believe that I could be happy and contented? I used to think that happiness hadn't been invented, but that was in the bad old days before I met you. When I let you walk into my heart. Congratulations and celebrations when I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Congratulations and jubilations. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be. I was afraid that maybe you thought you were above me, that I was only fooling myself to think you'd love me. But then tonight you said you couldn't live without me, that round about me you wanted to stay. Congratulations and celebrations when I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Congratulations and jubilations. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be. Congratulations and jubilations. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be.
So we are going to continue the celebrations with our daughter Raghavi and her high school graduation. So first of all, we are going to have Praneeth, her childhood friend, best friend, say a few words.
Okay, hi everyone, how are you all doing tonight? Sorry, I don't think I got my ears checked. I said, how are you guys doing tonight? Okay, that's more like it. So, as Deepanti said, my name is Praneeth, but more of you may know me as Munna, because that's the name I'm usually called when I'm here. So just to preface my speech a little bit, I'd like to introduce myself a little bit more and how I know Raghavi, so that you guys can validate all the statements and secrets that I'm about to spill about her. So everyone settle in, it's going to be slightly long, but yeah, get out your notepad if you want to go ahead and take down some stories of Raghavi. So a lot of people in this room know that Raghavi and I are close friends, but only a few know exactly how strong that friendship is and how long ago it started. Raghavi was actually my first friend, and that's not an exaggeration. You all might be thinking, oh, she must have met him when they were like 2 or 3 when they were at a party or something. But no, it was actually when I was a baby at the hospital. She was quite literally the first kid to come see me in the hospital room after I was born. And knowing her, she probably took advantage of that to visit and sneak some Jell-O out of the kitchen or something. But the point is, while I may not have been the first friend that she had, she was the first one I had, and I'm extremely lucky that it happened to be like that. Our childhood was pretty standard, nothing crazy. The usual family get-together, since our families were friends. We'd play with toys, use the Wii, all that kind of stuff, and have an existential crisis whenever our younger siblings were born. But there are some key items from our childhood that Raghavi will never let me forget. So in no particular order, here goes. The first and arguably most severe injustice I've committed upon her, according to her, happened around the age of 5 back in Kansas, where we used to live. We were in my backyard, a decent-sized lawn and patio, and whatnot, just playing around as kids do. I'm sure Raghavi was having a stupendous day until about the point where I turned on the garden hose, I grabbed the head, and proceeded to turn it all the way to jet mode and douse her for about 5 minutes, leaving her absolutely drenched with about a year's worth of Texas rain. This might have been fine on its own, but I have a strong hunch that what bothered her the most was that she had to wear my clothes afterwards. Because what else do you do when you look like you just raced with Michael Phelps? Now, in her words, it looks like, Now, in her words, it was an unprovoked, purely hateful attack on her. And that may be true, but I'm sure she had done something before to instigate me because she was a pretty big bully back then. Which leads me to my next item. Being the youngest among everyone in my age group back then wasn't really helpful either, since all the kids would give you constant reminders of how inferior you are compared to them. Raghavi was no exception, and in fact, she might have made up for a large portion of that extra care I got, since she'd exclude me from literally everything she'd do, push me out of the way of stuff, steal everything I was currently playing with, and much more. I think that's probably the reason that she also reminds me of how often she used to be taller than me at one point, as that's clearly not the case right now. And she often gets visibly frustrated when I bring that up. It wasn't all fun and games for her back then, though. In Kansas, I have a group of 3 of my closest friends that I used to hang out with almost all the time, all of whom were boys. Now, this posed a problem for young Raghavi. Being a girl and having to mingle with us didn't exactly bode well. So she'd end up begrudgingly playing with Hot Wheels or sitting on the side while we were on the Xbox, both things that weren't exactly exciting. When I first moved here a couple years after her, though, she attempted to get revenge on me by forcing me to hang out with her friends who I didn't really know, and therefore I had to sit on the side and just awkwardly listen in like she did about 10 years ago. But I say attempted because it wasn't really successful. Sure, there was an adjustment period at first, but ultimately she ended up introducing me to some incredible people who are currently filling up that table right over here. So enough of the embarrassment for a bit. This time I've talked about how she constantly remarks about stuff from the past. But I want to talk about something that I never need a reminder of because I'm constantly experiencing it. How amazing of a friend Raghavi is. Back nearly 18 years ago, when she first met me, both our lives could have taken completely different directions. And I might not have been the one giving the speech right now. I might not have even been invited, who knows? But Raghavi has been there for me every step of the way, through thick and thin, adversity and achievement, rain or shine, or even sometimes the incredible amount of snow in Kansas. Her capacity to support someone, encourage them, be there for them is unquantifiable and frankly astonishing. Whenever I need some advice to rant about something or to simply just share my excitement over something that happened, she's always just a phone call away. Except after 11 p.m. though. Don't expect her to pick up or text because she's not a night person, and I've confirmed that many times from first-hand experience. Raghavi's a very picky person. Whatever or whoever she decides to stick to receives her full dedication, thoughts, emotions, and overall an amazing package of a person. And I'm very lucky to be one of those people. Now, like I said, she chooses a select few things to dedicate her full effort and passion towards. And that reflects tremendously when you see just how accomplished of a person she is, and one of the most accomplished I've met. She's first and foremost a great public speaker. And that's actually not just because she's in debate, but it's her national personality. She's a very outspoken person, and I'm sure some of you know that she presented here at a TEDx event last year. And I'm just in awe at that, since I could never even work up the nerve to get up on stage, or much less speak and present in a professional manner. Which is why she's the one that goes up and gives an elegant presentation on stage, and I'm here reading off my iPad. In all seriousness, though, Raghavi's also achieved success in so many of the clubs she's a part of, many of which she founded or co-founded. I've seen her host events as a key participant in South Lake Foundation, helping the community wherever she goes, spreading positivity, and just overall being the change that she wants to see in the world. Her academic career has soared to so high in the past couple of years and seen just wonderful achievements. Her academic career has, as many of you know, Raghavi wants to go into business, and that's a field that, while it has its fair share of rewards at the end, is notorious for being unforgiving and stressful along the way. However, I have full confidence that Raghavi is one of those people that will continue to persevere through all the tough times and reap the rewards of her effort, and reach that figurative pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, which she is so deserving of. She's acted a little immature at times, sometimes downright childish, which makes me want to often refer to her as my younger sister. But for a vast majority of the time, her caring attitude, her poised nature, all her success in life, and most importantly, her age, allow me to say with incredible pride that Raghavi is the older sister in my life today. So with that, I offer you my biggest congratulations, Raghavi, and best wishes for all the journey life takes you on. Thank you.
That was very sweet of you, Munna, aka Praneeth. Thank you. So let's get started. We have something for you, Raghavi. Your friends have something for you. Come on, get started.
Now whatever you at, babe, you can make the whole room stare. But you know that my favorite is when you're rocking that this is way.
ਉਹ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਸੂਟ ਸੂਟ ਕਰਦਾ ਉਹ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਸੂਟ ਸੂਟ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੂਟ ਕਰਦਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਸੂਟ ਸੂਟ ਕਰਦਾ ਉਹ ਨੀ ਤੂੰ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਪੰਜਾਬਣ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਪਟੋਲਾ ਲੱਗੇ ਨੀ ਤੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਖ ਨੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਸੂਟ ਸੂਟ ਕਰਦਾ ਉਹ ਨੀ ਤੂੰ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਪੰਜਾਬਣ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਪਟੋਲਾ ਲੱਗੇ ਨੀ ਤੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਖ ਨੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਸੂਟ ਸੂਟ ਕਰਦਾ ਉਹ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਸੂਟ ਸੂਟ ਕਰਦਾ
Were you surprised, Raghavi? You girls were awesome. Isha, Dia, and Shania, thank you. Yeah. Just a minute. Come on, Isha. So we have Isha here, another of Raghavi's best friends, good friends, and she wants to say a few words.
Graduation is a day I've been dreading for 6 years because it was 6 years ago that I met my best friend. I still remember when we first met. It was 7th grade, and at the time I was new, didn't have many friends, and hated being at school more than anything. And I honestly wholeheartedly believed that if I cursed this city enough, my dad would move us back to New Orleans. So there I was, preparing to bolt out of the athletics locker room and into my mom's car as soon as the bell rang, when a brown girl with a ponytail tied so tightly that I thought it was cutting off the blood circulation to her brain stopped me to dote over the book I was reading. If you couldn't tell by now, that was Raghavi. As many of you know, Raghavi's always had an obsession with books, and surprisingly, that was the start of our friendship. I say surprisingly because I think that was the only book that I've ever read by choice in my life. I think that she thought I was an avid reader at the time, but little did she know that I was not. I don't even think I would have finished that book if it weren't for the fact that I don't think that she would have been my friend otherwise. After the incident, she introduced me to all of her friends and helped me slowly acclimate to life in Southlake. And if it weren't for her, I would probably still be the most cynical middle schooler to have ever existed. And I'm truly grateful to have a friend like her throughout high school. In the past 4 years, we've all gone through a lot. We both had a lot of our challenges. And it's always been a blessing to have had someone in my corner the entire time, and who would make time for me despite having her own hardships in her own life. I know we'll always be there for each other in the coming years, regardless of the long distance. And I'm looking forward to a lifetime of more trips like Texarkana, Mexico, and New York. All the late night FaceTime calls where I wake up not remembering the hours worth of conversation, blasting music while I act as your chauffeur, and the excessive trips to Taco Bell. I honestly remember most of my favorite memories of us consist of always spending the whole night talking, laughing, and screwing around, like the first night we spent in Mexico, where we trashed the entire room. It was the most luxurious hotel that I had ever stayed in, and my mom ended up coming out to yell at us at 2 in the morning for being way too loud. Or our Fast and Furious marathon, where we played See You Again after each and every single movie as a tribute to Paul Walker because we were so in love with him at the time. At this point, I think it's safe to say that I've developed a sort of attachment to you, which is why you basically saw me living at your house the entirety of the summer of quarantine. And honestly, more so than anything, I am so proud of you, and I know that you will do amazing things in life. Believe me when I say that Raghavi will be a force to be reckoned with. Take, for example, a few weeks ago, when Raghavi went full Karen mode on a woman at project graduation for not letting Dia in without having had paid for a ticket. This woman, this poor woman, preemptively seeing the fumes shooting out of Raghavi's ears, gave Dia her own credit card to buy the ticket. Her stubbornness will suit her well as the CEO of whatever company she wants to become the CEO of. And Raghavi has always been more than a friend. She's been family. And as family, expect that I will leech off of you excessively when you become incredibly successful in the future. Realistically, though, I'll miss you more than anything in Boston. I'll always be your biggest supporter, and I know I'll never meet anyone else like you. So to whoever your new friends become at UTD, I hope they treat you well and appreciate you as much as I do.
Thank you, Isha. That was very sweet of you. So Raghavi and friends are going to give us a visual treat with a breathtaking performance. Come on, kiddos, get on the stage. Okay.
झुमका गिरा दे जो मिला ले अगर वो नजर से नजर मिटा दे नच के दिखा दे सबकी धड़कन भी कदम से कदम मिला दे पैरों से चाल के जाल बिछा के दिल को यूं बेहाल बना दे सारे दीवाने माने कदे की कोई ऐसी देख लख लख परदेसी girl, ain't nobody like my desi girl. देख लख लख परदेसी girl, सबको सोनी सारी देसी girl. Who's the hottest girl in the world? My desi girl, झुमका लगाई के she rock your world. My desi girl, Desi boys,
Oh!
D-boys, D-boys.
Come on! Rock it, boys!
Let's go, come on.
ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਦਿਲ ਤੇ ਰੂਲ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਇਹੀ ਬਾਜ਼ਾਰਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਫੈਲੀ ਹੈ ਹਵਾ ਤੋੜਾਂਗੇ ਰੋਮੀਓ ਦੇ ਲਵ ਦਾ ਰਿਕਾਰਡ ਵੀ ਲਿਖਾਂਗੇ ਇਸ਼ਕ ਦਾ ਪਾਠ ਨਵਾਂ ਹਮ ਯਾਰੋਂ ਵਿਗੜੇ हैं दिल अपना है शरीफ बना
Make some noise for the Desi boys. 1, 2, 3, go.
इंग्लिश ठुमके दिल की रिदम पे मारे जम जम के देसी बॉयज सोने मोने बन के छाती डोले तन के नाचे जम जम के देसी बॉयज इंग्लिश ठुमके दिल की रिदम पे मारे जम जम के देसी बॉयज
Whoa!
ओ मैं हूँ तेरा किंग ओए लेके आया रिंग ओए बन जानी अज मेरी क्वीन तू करा प्रपोज ओए तारीफा रोज ओए कि दसा हाउ मच हसीन तू
जाओ लफंगे ना इश्क में ले पंगे फीलिंग को दिल में दबा ले
ओ हवा हवा ए हवा मुझको उड़ा ले आजा आजा तू मेरे दिल को चुरा ले इश्क वाले कार्ड पे नाम मेरा लिखा ले बीच में ही बसी है बात आगे बढ़ा ले बॉयफ्रेंड बना ले
किसी और को पटा ले
बॉयफ्रेंड बना ले
नजरे तू हटा ले
मुझको फंसा ले
किसी और को पटा ले
बॉयफ्रेंड बना ले
नजरे तू हटा ले
Whoa! That was awesome, kiddos. Good job. Thank you. Raghavi, are you ready to cut the cake? Yeah, let's do it. Come on, let's do it.
Congratulations, Raghavi.
Yo, check it out. Swing a bat on you like the devil himself. Put it on in sickness or health. Make it you could only breathe with help. I ain't playing. You don't wanna hear what you're saying yourself. Hit the street with incredible beats. We renowned for tearing it down. Never have you heard a similar sound. Like a drop off when shit pop off. Feel a hot one. Side scorching from a hot gun. Niggas get lost in the buildings with money and the children. Not the type to talk too much or catch feelings. Dominican flag over the bed on the ceiling. Protect everything I rep. That's the first thing. Many things follow. Bullets stay hollow. You acting like if we don't chew, you can't swallow. Niggas try to change my plans. I'ma beat you till I break my hands. Jew to German every place I stand.
Hey yo, it's big sight, baby. You don't want no problem. Suckers want war, then yo bomb 'em. Bring the heat, squeeze the flame torch, then peel out and
Woo! And feel free to join if you see the energy, feel the energy. Please, no phones allowed in this performance.
तू जानू वानू जो कहता है बीवी तेरी हूँ लगता है सामे मोर सामे मैं सामी सामी जो कहती हूँ मर्द मेरा तू लगता है सामे मोर सामे तेरे पीछे पीछे चलूं जैसे तेरे पीछे पीछे चलूं जैसे मंदिर की सीढ़ी पे चढ़ूं सामे तेरे बगल बैठूं ऐसे जैसे शिव के बगल गौरी मोर सामे ओ डगर जहाँ तेरी नजर ले जाए रे प्रेम नगर सामे ऐसा मैं अरे सामे आजा सामे बलम सामे परम सामे सनम सामे अरे सामे आजा सामे बलम सामे परम सामे सनम सामे
పొలం కట్టు దుమ్ములోన పోట్ల కింద దూకినట్టు పొలేరమ్మ జాతరలో కొత్త రాజు ఊగినట్టు కిర్రు సెంపులేసుకొని కర్ర సాములేసినట్టు మల్లి సొట్టు నీడలోన కుర్ర గుంపు కూడినట్టు ఎర్ర జొన్న రొట్టెలోన విలవ దొక్కు కలిపినట్టు నా పాట చూడు నా పాట చూడు నా పాట చూడు నాటు 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 తీర నాటు 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 కూర నాటు
yeah, Big Bird, huh? I'm a brown boy.
ਗੱਭਰੂ ਨੂੰ ਮੰਨ ਜਾਣਾ ਮੰਨ ਯੱਲੜੇ ਅੱਖ ਬਾਰਾਂਗੇ ਜੀ ਸ਼ੌਟਿੰਗਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਲੜੇ ਦਿਲਾਂ ਤੇ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨੇ ਸਿੱਧੇ ਮਾਰਦੀ ਆ ਦਿਲਾਂ ਤੇ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨੇ ਸਿੱਧੇ ਮਾਰਦੀ ਆ ਆਓ ਸਿਰੇ ਉੱਤੋਂ ਲੰਘਣੇ ਫਲਾਈ ਕਰਕੇ ਉੱਚੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਯਾਰ ਦੀਆਂ ਉੱਚੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਯਾਰ ਦੀਆਂ ਉੱਚੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਯਾਰ ਦੀਆਂ
Amazing performance. Great job.
That was awesome. Thank you all.
मन कहे कि मैं ले आऊं चांद और तारे सारे इन हाथों पर मैं चांद रखूं इस मांग में भर दूं तारे
हेलो हेलो तू फ्लोर पे जब है आई येलो येलो बड़ी सॉलिड मस्ती
Guys,
चाहिए
dinner is served across this hall, Legacy Hall 3. Okay, across the room from here. Dinner's on the other side. So if you step out, Legacy Hall 3. Okay.
तेरा ओए मुझे बड़ा तड़पावे तू देख तो अज भी दिल पर गुड़िए तीर जाइक जल जावे कर दे बिन पिए शराबी चेहरा तेरा गुलाबी कोई क्यों ना यमला बन जावे जो इतनी हो बेताबी
हेलो हेलो दिल दिल से कनेक्ट करना येलो येलो ये बातें डायरेक्ट करना
अंगड़ाइयां लेती हूँ मैं जब जोर जोर से अंगड़ाइयां लेती हूँ मैं जब जोर जोर से वो आह की आवाज है आती हर ओर से मैं तो चलूं इस कदर कि मच जाए रे गदर होश वाले भी मदहोश आए रे नजर मेरे फोटो को सीने से यार चिपका ले सैया फेविकॉल से मेरे फोटो को सीने से यार चिपका ले सैया फेविकॉल से फेविकॉल से फेविकॉल से मैं तो कब से हाय मैं तो कब से हूँ रेडी तैयार पटा ले सैया मिस कॉल से मेरे फोटो को सीने से यार चिपका ले सैया फेविकॉल से
छबीली उसके चंचल नैन कटार और चंचल नैन कटार ते उसका रूप बना हथियार उसके रूप से कत्ल हुए तो चर्चा शुरू हुआ नगाड़ा 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 बजा नगाड़ा 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 बजा
तेज तलवार उसके रूप से कत्ल हुए నా మీద నిలుసోనుందిరో ఓ సందమావ సుఖదాగక చక్కరొచ్చెరో శ్రీమందమ్మావ చింక లెక్క దుంకుతుంటెరో ఆ సందమావ చుంకి జారి సిక్కుకుందిరో నా దిల్లుకు మావ రాములో రాములా నన్నాగం చేసిందిరో రాములో రాములా నా పానం తీసిందిరో రాములో రాములా నన్నాగం చేసిందిరో రాములో రాములా నా పానం తీసిందిరో
से तेरे नैनों के काजल से मैंने इस दिल पे लिख दिया तेरा नाम चांदनी ओ मेरी चांदनी रंग भरे बादल से तेरे नैनों के काजल से मैंने इस दिल पे लिख दिया तेरा नाम चांदनी ओ मेरी चांदनी पीली रेड वाइन मैंने पुरानी लाख रोका था यारों ने एक ना कर तू मनमानी सुनो कल रात की कहानी पीली रेड वाइन मैंने पुरानी लाख रोका था यारों ने एक ना कर तू मनमानी मिली मुझे एक अप्सरा कहती मेरे कोल अप्सरा मुझको ये तू बता क्या तेरा दिल है लापता
दिल चोरी साडा हो गया
Dale,